Well, good morning, everybody. It is a cold morning here on the farm. I've got another firewood tote that I need to unload from the truck and put it over by the house. I'm loving how we're moving our firewood now. I'm eliminating 2 times of handling the firewood. And then I want to mess around and try out this new toy that I got. It's a moisture meter. So we're going to go ahead and test different totes of wood and some in the shed and see how they're drying out. All right, so they sent me this thing. And this is a Toptes moisture meter. And I've had a moisture meter before, but what I didn't like about it was that it took like little watch batteries. And that's what's nice about this one here. As you can see, it takes 3 AAA batteries. Oh, it's even got a little nice case here. So, yeah, I like that it takes 3 AAAs because the other one took like 4 watch batteries and you had to squeeze them in and they kept popping out. And then that other one was a whole lot smaller than this and it just didn't seem to work. And I'm hoping this one's going to give us a good reading. And I know a lot of the hardcore firewood guys, they kind of frown at these moisture meters because, you know, it's pretty simple. You just dry your firewood out for a year or 2 and it's good to go. But what I think is handy is, especially for a new person, it might be handy to have one of these. And then if you have a firewood selling business, this might come in handy too to show your customers that you're actually selling seasoned firewood. So we're going to go ahead and try this thing out. So this has different modes. So we're going to turn that on. And it's got different modes for different materials. So it's got moisture modes for brick, cement mortar, concrete, and then different mode for oak, pine, maple, ash, Douglas fir, and then beech, spruce, larch, birch, cherry, walnut. So that's probably the one I'm going to go with. So we want mode. Okay, see at the bottom? We want mode A, which was where it was at. Okay, so it's ready to go, and we'll go test that out. All right, so here's the tote that we just dropped off. This was just split yesterday, so let's just dig that in there. And that's showing 23%, 22 moisture. So we want that to get down, which it still has a month or so to dry out before I'm even going to think about burning it. But here, let's go over here. This is my next tote. Let's go ahead. This is the next tote that's going to come in the house. And let's put that in there. And on the outside, at least, it's 10%. So if you split it, it's probably going to be up closer to 15, but that's going to be perfect to burn. And it's amazing. I just love not just how less we handle it, but how fast and how nice that the firewood dries in these totes too. And then this will be my next tote after I move this one into the house. Just take a gander at that one. See, that one's 13. So see, it dries quick. Okay, so now I'm in the woodshed. This stuff was just split there a couple weeks ago. So let's just see what that is. And that's showing, it's upside down. That's showing 19%. So it's still got a little ways to go. I like how it shows green too. This stuff I've been just throwing in. This is like junk stuff, but it's been in here for a while. Let me go ahead and split one of these. Just a piece of cherry that's been sitting in here since spring. And I don't want to split. There we go. Okay. So we'll put the moisture meter on that. And it's about 18 18 inside, which is doable. Now over here, this is my pile of stuff that I want to burn whenever it gets cold probably. Let's split this one. Okay. So here's the inside. 16, which I'll take that. 15, I'll take that. You know, some guys, they let their wood season for 2 years. Well, maybe one day I will, whenever I can get ahead and get that far ahead to store enough wood 2 years ahead. But the way I'm doing it is, it has worked for me over the years that we've been burning wood. And let me tell you, if you're new and you're just starting out, trust me, I've been there. I know what you're doing. You're going out, you're cutting any branch that you can find, and then you want to split it bigger so that it burns longer. Well, let me tell you, you're not saving yourself by splitting it bigger. Really, if you're behind and you're cutting firewood right now, and especially stuff that's not already dead that you found on the ground, split it small, smaller than you would normally. And you're going to help yourself out, because wet wood just doesn't put out the heat, and you'll learn that. But I mean, instead of standing down there by your stove and putting pile of newspaper after pile of newspaper in there trying to get the fire to go, split it smaller and do it as fast as you can to let it dry out. You know, it doesn't take very long. When you split it small like that, it doesn't take very long. Like that tote, a month or two from now, whenever I go to burn that, it's going to be ready to burn. It's going to be good enough. And like you saw, my stuff in here, when you split it open, about 16%. But on the outside, let's just take a look what it is on the outside. On the outside, 14%. So, you know, that's almost completely ready, and it's good enough. And the way I do it, you know, it's still got a little bit of moisture in it, so it's not going to just burn up real quick. All right, so here's our Cozy King 300 made by DS Stoves, and it's not running right now because I need to put some more firewood in it. But I got a good ash bed in there, and I was going to just tell you some tips that I know about it. So in the mornings, what I'll do, I'll come and I'll just barely crack open these air dampers, and then I'll put a little bit of firewood in there, and then what that's going to do, it's going to give it more air, and that's going to heat up your stove. But at night, what I do, since we have good dry wood, I will stack this whole stove full, and then I come and I completely close these air dampers. You want to make sure you got a good fire going first, but fill that completely up. So I did that, I think at there, it just kicked on. But I think I did that at 9 o'clock last night, and I woke up at 6:30 and the stove was still kicking on and off. I had a nice hot ash bed, just like I do right now, and that has been working great for us. The house has been warm. So this has turned out to be a pretty handy little tool, just so you know where you're at with your firewood, especially if you're new. And like I said, a lot of the old firewood guys, you know, you can just look at the end of it. If it's cracking, you know that it's pretty well dry enough to burn. But like I said, if you're going to start selling firewood, this is an awesome way just to be able to prove it. This is a nice moisture meter, because I had, like I said, I had another one. It was cheap, and the batteries were a pain, and it never really read good like this one does. And then this has got the lighted up LCD screen, so that makes it nice too. They're offering a discount. I'll put that in the description, and you can click on that link and then see the discount code. But this might be a nice little Christmas gift for the firewood guy or gal in your life. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we're going to talk more about the DS stove here in the future. I don't know when it's going to be, but hope you enjoyed this video, and until next time, thanks for watching.